What is going on, guys? Welcome to the fucking Staincast Star Wars edition.
Yes, sir.
5 episodes in. We got more guests. We got more Star Wars on the way. But let's just fucking jump right into it. I don't know what episode number this is every week. I was about to say like 33,
I think it's
34.
34.
But...
I believe it is 34.
Oh, hold up.
We got to do the daily, the episode or the weekly check.
I'm going to play the elevator music.
I should.
It is episode 35. Welcome to episode 35 of the Staincast, also known as Attack of the Clones, also known as I Was Off by One, so we'll take it. As usual, the co-hosts, myself and Hag.
Yes, sir.
And we also got ourselves the guest, returning since, I don't even know when the last time. It's been way too long. That's all I know.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
I grew up, had kids in this time. I did a lot.
Willie B's a whole father now.
No. Let's not put this on. It's going to go viral.
Oh, my God. It's been over a year since Willie's been on Staincast.
Is it really?
March 7th was the last episode you were on of 2022.
Damn. Let's take a relapse for a second. How far you've come now? We had you had the whole October, everything. That's special.
Oh, we finished the MCU. We fucking there's been a lot.
Damn,
but that's all right because it'll be a much shorter gap between now and the next time you're on.
That's for sure. We got the yearly appearance. I'm gonna have to upgrade that to bi-yearly. I need at least 2 years. I need you on this shit at least twice.
No, because then I gotta catch up twice. No, I prep for this episode all week, last week and the week before. My commute was just Staincast. I was just catching up on everything I've missed, trying to run it down the line. I was like, damn, it's been a minute.
That's dope. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's so much going on where it's like it's not. I feel like we're not even like we're more different than we are similar from a year ago. From last year, like we've changed so much. Like,
I mean, we have video now. We have like YouTube, but the Instagram, like all of this is new.
Yo, quick respects to your YouTube though. I peeped on that, and if you saw my likes, man, the video is actually pretty dope. I didn't think you got your actual image up top. What's that called? I'm blanking right now for the thumbnail. I think it's looking dope, dude. I was looking at that. Damn.
Mm-hmm. We got to give all props to Joe the Ho. Yes. Joe makes all the thumbnails. He does a bang up fucking job. He does the reels too. He does a bang up job with that.
CMO Ho is he's cleaning up nice.
Yeah, he knows how to treat it. He knows how to treat a man. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's true. That is very
true. Don't tell Smoke. All right, jumping right into it. Yeah, or literally any other of the gang. He's found his way around. Don't tell Smoke. Jumping into the actual episode itself.
Yes, sir.
Of course, we are doing Attack of the Clones.
Episode 2.
Technically the 5th episode in Star Wars, but, it's episode 2. It's a little confusing. It's okay. All right?
If you're this far into it right now, you know how this works. That's
Yeah, exactly. You know how close we are to a certain episode 3. You know what comes next.
Week. Next fucking week.
You know how the docket's looking.
Is this?
But jumping into what are you saying, Hag?
It's about to be me all
Jesus
next week.
Christ! Oh my God! That's hideous. But anyways, jumping into the favorite and least favorite characters, we'll start with Mr. Willie B.
What do you think? I went through it just recently. Let's see.
Yeah. So you always gotta have notes in front of you. You can't get caught.
For me, it's like I peaked real quick. I peaked with like the clones. Overall, in general, the clones are my favorite. All right, I love clones. I have like Captain Rex, but that's not in here right now. I'm not talking about that. For me, it's Kenobi. Kenobi from the get-go, he's discovering all this stuff. He's keeping calm and collective. He's putting up with Anakin's crap. He is like trying to get through it just to do his job. And the whole way through, man, especially and like the iconic thing where he's like, it's pouring rain. He's out there. I've made it to Camino. I've talked to the senator, and he's trying to speak. I thought it was so good in this whole movie.
Yeah. Absolutely, I agree with you too. Did you have any least favorite characters that were really getting you tight? Someone that you need dead?
Boba, that little shit. Like that dude needs to shut up. Like he's like Father, fire! And the slave wants to stop.
Yeah,
finish him. Shut up, dude. I hate kids.
Yeah.
Says the teacher.
Hey,
oops.
It's all right, bro. We got nothing but love for that statement.
That's true.
Oh yeah, no, Boba Fett. I don't really know. Like, obviously, you gotta like introduce him, so it's like the
No, you didn't.
original trilogy makes sense.
No, you didn't.
Okay, it's
No,
like,
you didn't.
Yes, I mean, if we're gonna go by no, you didn't, then I'm about to go from 1 to 3 and just fucking cut this movie to shreds, like all of them, because there's so much stuff where it's like, C-3PO didn't need to be in this movie. Like, there's so much shit that's like, I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to be like, oh yeah, we have the continuity from the original trilogy. Everything like fits in, like everything's like a puzzle. It all fits together. But like, I'm not here for some of it. I'm definitely not here for most of it, especially with these first 2 episodes.
So all I'm going to say, if it wasn't for the Clone Wars series, a lot of the characters in this movie wouldn't mean shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like wouldn't like they wouldn't, like they didn't, so much of the development that they get, mostly the background characters is what I'm speaking of. They get that development through the Clone Wars leading into that episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
True. I mean, the Clone Wars is just like subjectively and objectively just better in like every way than this movie. Like, it's just animated, so you don't have to worry about the fucking hideous CGI parts of it where it's just absolutely god awful.
The stuff that we posted on the reel literally looks like fucking an episode of the Clone Wars up until they show Anakin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's OD. Like at that point, like that's why the Clone Wars I think is so much better. Also because I think the characters are more like yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're more fleshed. Like there's a purpose for the story being told. Where it's like I said, where it's like we're 1 and 2 anyways. 3 honestly is a fucking masterpiece. As much as we meme on it, that shit's fucking perfect.
Oh, trust me.
1 and 2.
I can't wait.
Yeah. For I know I could feel the disturbance in the force of you fucking
just I feel a lean back.
But yeah, exactly. I feel it. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, because like was 1 and 2 like they're like they had to happen, but like they didn't have. I don't know. I forgot that Smoke said it a good way when we were talking about it the other day, where it's like it's required, but it's not interesting.
Yes.
It's like, yes, like you have to get caught up. Like you need to know the story of how Anakin goes from being a slave on Tatooine to being the chosen one. Sure. It's like, I agree with like the start to finish. It's just like in the middle, like they just lose themselves a little bit. And I think
it bases it down to George Lucas is a great lore master, a great storyteller, but he is not a good writer.
No,
he's not a good director or whatever.
He writes, so he's not good at making the dialogue or like very interesting.
No dialogue.
I mean, we'll get to
it's
that.
Also
we'll get to that.
Old movies in general suffer from this also. So like I can't cut. Like I mean, we're gonna make fun of it when we get to the quotes for sure, but like old movies themselves just suffer from being super corny. Like I don't know if that was the humor or if that was just like kind of the trope to like be corny. I don't know, but we'll get into it.
Deal, you mind if I go with my favorite and least favorite characters?
Sure. Why not?
All right. So I'm going to start with my favorite, and I think this is about to be a surprise to nobody that I'm going to say Anakin. This is when we start to fully. I mean, first off, Hayden Christensen, the GOAT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody says he overacted this role. That's the point. Anakin is a movie.
Nah, you I don't know.
What? Nah, Anakin is a moody teenager.
Anakin gets me tight,
bro.
That's why.
Bro. He's supposed to though. He got ripped away from his family. His mother was captured. His mother then died. He couldn't save her because of the Jedi. He can't trust the Jedi. Like him literally breaking down into tears and explaining to Padme he killed all of them, the women and the children too. And then you hear the Imperial March behind it.
Yeah.
That
should have been a red flag. Just saying, that should have been a red flag.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but like this is the.
Bro, I have that written down. The Anakin's a walking red flag.
Yeah,
that is fucking wilding, bro. Like, that man is he's unbelievably
look what the Jedi
evil.
did to him. Look what the Jedi fucking did to him.
They gave him that braid, dude. They gave him his braid. That's his fire. He needs that.
It's a Padawan braid.
He's equal parts evil himself and equal parts of fucking the Jedi made him evil. Because that man was evil beforehand. Like, he's fucking...
I wouldn't say he was evil. I'd say he was a menace. I think that the Jedi and like, you know, taking him away from his mother and then the Padme situation and all of this, that's what really fucked him up.
No, don't get me started.
The flirting. Oh my god, dude!
We'll get there.
Did you call that? I wouldn't even call that flirting, bro. Like that's like the biggest example of like Hollywood scripts just completely throwing reality out the window. It's like, bro, you talk to anybody like that, and they're fucking
those are the
running
dudes who
for the
pay
door.
for like the weekly training, how to talk to girls at the club, and they come right out all confident,
confident.
I know they come out.
Yo, Will, I know exactly who you're talking about right now. I know exactly who you're talking about.
But they come out all
now.
confident, like, yeah, I can just say this to a girl and they'll love me. No, dude, you whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, sure, we can call it flirting for the sake of simplicity's sake, but that shit is just straight fucking creepy. It's like if she didn't find him attractive, she would have gotten like whatever their version of a restraining order is in Star Wars. That shit would have been literally like 4-star systems. Like you can't even come within like 4-star systems in my eyes because the shit he was saying, it's like literally like even when he was in the elevator, he's like already fucking confessing his love for him. Like, bro, it's been 10 years, man. It's like I don't even. No.
He said like you've grown in beauty or
something. No, yeah, like the beauty yeah.
Come on, that makes your skin crawl.
Mm-hmm. No, like,
and then she goes, Anakin, you're still the little boy I met on Tatooine.
Yes, like,
shut down, destroyed.
Tough.
No,
Stupid
but
tough.
Going on to the opposite side of the coin, and I have to bring this mic real close for this one because a certain Xander DeSillis is the reason that I hate this character so much.
Nah, that's my favorite character. Come on. Coleman Trevor.
Coleman fucking Trevor.
Jesus Christ. Whoever's listening to this right now has got their ears blown out.
My bad. But fucking, like
present party included.
Why is he looking like that? Why? I don't need that.
You can ask that about any of the Jedi, bro. They're all so weird looking.
No. Plo Koon is tough looking. Kit Fisto's tough looking. Then there's Coleman Trevor. Coleman Trevor's on the Jedi Council, and he gets bitched by a fucking gun.
Blaster.
Yeah, by a fucking blaster.
I mean, you could say that for half the Jedi that got smoked on Geonosis. It's like, bro, I get there's like a lot of lasers coming at you at once and shit. Like, you got to be quick. But it's like, these are fucking blasters we're talking about. You literally have the Force, and then you have a lightsaber.
It's also a bright red laser coming at you.
Coleman Trevor landed. Django then had time to react, take his gun out, and fire two consecutive shots.
There's so much of that. There's so much of that in these movies. We were talking about it last movie, too, where it's like fucking Obi-Wan in the first movie. He jumps up in the air. Darth Maul's like, and then the fucking comes back down, and then Obi-Wan's like, pulls lightsaber, cuts him in half. It's like, come on. It's like another thing of George Lucas being fucking a good ass fucking like creative mind, but screenwriter. Nah.
Regardless, fuck Coleman Trevor.
You're dissing Coleman Trevor.
I ain't dissing Coleman Trevor.
Okay. Was that it? Did anyone else want to?
No, I'm Coleman Trevor's number one hater.
All right. Okay. So my favorite character on the opposite side of the coin is Coleman Trevor because he's prolific. He's just a goat. But actually, it's gonna go to Obi-Wan for obvious reasons. For pretty much all the reasons that you said, Willie. It's like how episode 1 was Qui-Gon. Like now the spotlight's on Obi-Wan. Like now it's about him. It's about him training Anakin or lack thereof, to be honest, because that shit's fucking mad of mentorship and more like it's just them being brothers. It's like exactly. It's like it's like a parenting style. It's like you want to be your friend or you're gonna be their father or their mother or something like that. Like that's the difference in like styles. And it's like, all right, it's cool that they're all best buds and stuff, but it's like someone's got to lay the fucking law down. Like when they're screaming at each other when they're chasing Dooku at the end of the movie, it's like get some fucking control over your Padawan, man. It's like Jesus.
That's the whole thing behind it. And another reason why Anakin fell to the dark side was because his master was Obi-Wan. I mean, we see that in episode 3 when he says, "You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you." Like the Jedi are not supposed to have that attachment. It's the whole reason why he didn't stay with Satine.
That shit's tough. That shit's so tough. Don't talk about episode 3 right now, bro. We have to, unfortunately,
it is on my mind. It has been on my mind for months.
One more. We just have to finish this episode. One more episode of mediocrity, and then we're in the fucking promised land, baby. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What was I saying? Oh, yes. Favorite character, Obi-Wan. I mean, Yoda, I think I've said this in every single movie Yoda's in. It's just like, at this point, it's just I have to do it. I'm obligated. Yoda, of course. Bad brother. Least favorite character. Not my least favorite, but Dex. He's just hideous. Like I don't like how in the first scene. I mean, it's pretty creative how it's like he's shaking Obi-Wan's hand with one hand, the other hand he's pulling up his fucking hands. I think that was clever. That was clever. I like that one.
I hate the way that Obi-Wan's beard changes in that scene because they were doing the reshoot, so they had the glue-on beard for some of it.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I saw a lot of like green screen like leaking, like where you see like in their hair, it's got like a green highlight on it.
Now, when you have if you have
it's most noticeable. Hold on, what are you saying, Hank?
If you have a chance, go back. You'll notice the beard and the hair of Obi-Wan change between certain. Like you could tell which ones were reshots.
Someone's going. Well, you have to mute it real quick. Yeah. Tell those dog to be cool. But
that bitch dog's cool. Brain dead. The dog's brain dead. It's probably barking at the fucking air. Yeah, dude, that's what you can hear. Is ear piercingness. The dude's more bark than anything. Definitely not brain cells.
Yeah, no. The biggest. If anyone's looking for the scene where it's like you see like the green hue on their hair when Count Dooku's like Master Windu.
I fucking love that scene.
When it doubles back, like after you see them, it doubles back to him again, and then it's literally fucking his entire.
Hold up.
Right side. The right side of his head is all green. It's like it's something you have to notice it. Like if you're not looking for it, it's not. Like I'm not saying it's like the most obnoxious thing in the world, but it's there.
Master Windu.
And I love the way he says that. Even the way I have it in all my quotes, I have like 5 U's. It's like Master Windu
because he put such a fucking emphasis on it.
Yeah.
Master Windu. Rest in peace, bro.
Goat. Absolute fucking goat.
Christopher Lee, man.
He's still on mute. He went back to the mute, bro. All right. Getting this shit going. All the Geonosians are on my least favorite. Like, especially that. Yeah, like, nah, fuck that.
That clicking that they do?
Go with that. But, like, actual least favorite character, like, in all seriousness, that isn't just has to do with the way that they look. Anakin. It's like.
Fuck you.
Like, look, I agree. Okay? He did what he was supposed to do. He's supposed to be this whiny, hormonal teenager, sure. But it's just like, it's somewhere down the line, like, it has to be written better. Like, I think that the portrayal wasn't the worst thing in the world. Like, he's working with the script that he's given, sure. Like, I wouldn't even put the blame on Hayden. Because, I mean, what's he going to say? No, I don't think this is good? Like, the fuck?
It's also, like, his first real role.
Yeah, exactly. He's got no leverage. So, it's like, I get that. And in some scenes, it's fine. It's passable. Like, the entire sequence of Tatooine, it's actually really good. I think it was really good. But anytime he's with Padme, like I get he's supposed to be like this like hormonal, like dysfunctional mess when he's around her, but it's like, holy fuck, bro. The dialogue is elementary. Jeez, I can't even say elementary. Elementary at best. It's like, I just feel like it's like what would happen if you put like 2 10-year-olds who like liked each other in a room together. I kind of like you too. Yeah. I like you. It's like, it's just not sophisticated. Like we've seen like conflicted characters, like even in, whatever. Yeah, I forgot the name of the movie. Even the boys, like you have like Homelander, who's literally a man-child, and like he's super supposed to be this like impulse and like super act on impulse and stuff, but he's written well, where it's like, all right, at least he has some sort of semblance of like, I don't know, control. But like Anakin is just, it's too much for me at some points.
I think that also boils down to Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman have awful chemistry.
Yeah,
even in episode 3, their scenes together are so meh.
Yeah, it's like the closer he gets to her, or vice versa, they just get super uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is also just because I'm not the biggest Natalie Portman fan in general. I said this when we were talking about the Thor movies. Like, it's just.
She's got good roles, but this isn't one of them.
Yeah,
it definitely is not one of them.
No, not at all. Padme is nowhere near.
No,
she's one of my least favorite characters in the.
She does what she has to, and no more. It's like I think Leia's a good blueprint that like they literally had, and then they kind of just threw it away. Like obviously they're different circumstances and stuff.
They just needed a way for Luke and Leia to come from Anakin that didn't involve him like shitting them out or something like that. Like that's all Padme serves. Like that's her whole purpose. Besides the first movie, she actually has a purpose in the first movie.
Yeah.
Yo, real quick, I'm gonna change scenery. I'm gonna keep live. I'm just gonna turn my camera off and change scenery because the dogs.
You're right. Yeah. But real quick, actually, never mind. Can you still hear us right now, Willie?
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, I can still hear you. You want to answer real quick? I can do that real quick if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say like,
real
what are some of your like favorite scenes and shit?
Yeah, okay. Well, favorite scenes?
Yeah, just any of them, or you can do some of the ones you didn't like too. You can kind of mix it in, whatever. It's free reign, baby.
Free reign, yeah. Well, this is not make or break, right? This is separate than that. Or is
No,
it is. I don't like.
You don't like that anymore?
No, I don't like. I try to like break the what the hell is the word? Jesus
the meaning
Christ.
of the categories down.
Yeah, no, I kind of like to switch it up. I like a little variety in my life, and I feel like I say every week make or break. So it's like now we're doing favorite scenes.
I got you. No, I want to make sure I didn't want to mess up. No, I got you. Now I got a little bit. I got a few of them because I was only like, able to get like the first 3/4 of my rewatch real quick. The first one that was so stupid, not needed, is the eating the pear looking thing. First of all,
the CGI
pulls up with a fork and knife to try and eat a pear. Like, I don't care what futuristic fruit that is. That's a pear. And then he's had to do the whole, Obi-Wan would hate me for doing this. Some stupid shit. That was annoying. Any of Anakin flirting. Anything.
It's so nasty seeing that pear. Just I want to, because it's all CGI.
That's just like on a string. Oh, that's CGI.
No, it's all CGI. And if you watch it, it just like, like shrinks into fucking Padme's mouth. It's so like, it's nasty. It's fucking gross. It is so gross.
It's fucking disgusting.
Any scene with Anakin and Padme in it, except for the one on Tatooine, is ass.
That's fair. Nah, I'll give you that. The last one I want to make sure I definitely get in there. Which we call it. You know this one is the bomb going off. Is Jango Fett's in the asteroid field when that thing shot off. Sexiest noise in cinematic history.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just nice.
Yeah, that was the best, man. I don't know. That's all. Those are the main ones I have from me. I don't know if you guys have the same ones, but again, Anakin flirting just is already on my bottom tier for any scene. You just know that. I can't sit there. I literally have to turn away.
Yeah, I skip forward. Like, I don't normally like press like that 15-second or 10-second forward joint, but I was chiefing that button for this movie, bro. I was chiefing it.
I mean,
it's
understandable.
It's like Anakin on Naboo.
Please no.
Like, nope.
No.
Nope. What do you got? What you got?
So one of my earliest memories with Star Wars, and I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I mentioned it when we talked about our first thing, is the droid factory scene on Geonosis.
Yep.
And that will forever be one of my favorite scenes because that's one of my earliest memories. Just remembering watching Star Wars for the first time, or one of the first times. And it's just it. We already said the CGI on it is not great at all.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Clone Wars, if not worse. But it's still just a fun scene. It's interesting seeing the droid factory, Anakin getting his saber cut in half. And then even continuing on to that, going further into the back half of this movie, Anakin getting his arm cut off with the fight with him and Obi-Wan against Dooku, even though they have that little like light show fucking bullshit that they do. And then finally we see Yoda come and save the day and see him actually use a lightsaber for the first fucking time in the franchise, which is epic as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Took 5 fucking movies.
Yeah.
I can't believe it took. Yeah, exactly.
And I already mentioned it before, but I have to mention it again. Anakin chatting about killing all of the, you see, they're animals, and I slaughtered them like animals, and then you hear the Imperial.
I hate them. Like I said, like that's fine. It's just that like there's this very juvenile dialogue between him and Padme. Like I get it. Like I'm sure a lot of these like
George Lucas does not know how to write romantic scenes, and then these actors, since Star Wars was so big, they didn't want to be like, what if we change this? Because that was what made episodes 4, 5, and 6 so successful. Is that like Harrison Ford?
I mean, Han and Leia was pretty like it wasn't terrible. Like obviously it's not fucking.
Well, because Harrison Ford was already like a well-known actor by that point, so he was like, this is how this really should be said, or like it should go.
True. It's like when you have the 2 novice actors, because even at this point, what's her name?
Natalie Portman's not as big either.
Yeah, like they're all pretty new to the game, so it's like I know what you mean. That makes sense.
But DL, you have yours as well.
Yeah, I got a couple. So some of my makes, it's got to be the fight on Camino. I just love the backdrop. Like I love like the rain planet. I love like that shit's just tough. Django's fucking ridiculous with his jetpack. I don't even know what the fuck he's doing. I don't know how he loses it immediately. Like that's the one thing you need to fight Jedi, like to space yourself so they're not just running up on you. But whatever. I think that scene was really cool. Just just seeing the clones, I think was cool. Like, the CGI was actually pretty good in that scene, all things considered. Like considering how much white that scene was, like that shit's just all white light in your face, and it's kind of hideous. Like when he's seeing the Prime Minister and stuff.
Every single clone that we've seen in live action for the prequel trilogy, they're all CGI. Every single one.
Really? That's funny.
In this movie and in the next movie, every single one is CGI.
Rest in peace to the person whose job it is just to animate those fucking clones walking and shit. So many of them. Especially like when you have like the ending scene, when you have all the clones and shit. Was like, all right, I'll get to that quote because that shit tough. But I mean, this is my favorite scene in the entire movie. Probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire prequel trilogy. It's when Anakin's mom dies in his arms. That shit is just that is the reason why Anakin greater than Luke. In a scene, that's why. Like Luke, he had hurdles. He had freaking like I can't speak. Whatever. He had hurdles and shit. Like he had stuff that like held him back. He was fighting demons. I get that. But like he didn't have his mother die in his arms like that. Literally, he fucking was having nightmares about her being in trouble for the longest. Finally decides to do something about it and pulls up just for her to not even be able to say I love you to him before she dies. Like that's fucking ice cold.
And
like
he
that's
knew he could have saved her. Is the
like,
worst part.
Exactly. If the Jedi just fucking were actually like regular, reasonable people and didn't just care about their stupid fucking dogma of fucking like all this stupid shit.
But they
about
don't
no
even care about it
anymore. Like, come on.
But they don't really care about because
they're hypocrites. They're all fucking hypocrites.
And
they're all fucking
hypocrites. I fucking love the Clone Wars because they emphasize that. They emphasize how shit the Jedi are in the fucking Republic. They're all worried about just being the fucking cops and pushing the Republic's agenda that they don't see. Literally, Sidious just fucking melting everything in his hands, just melding it the way he wants to go.
Yeah. But I mean, just the music, like as soon as she like leans over and he like closes her eyes, it's like doo, like that scene that the music starts picking up and all of a sudden Anakin's like he gets that look on his face and he starts fucking taking like the look Yoda, like the fact that Yoda, like I feel like Yoda was fucking like in turmoil. Like I mean, he was like in physical pain, just feeling what he was doing to them. Like he was fucking on a rampage. But
that's how much of the dark side he tapped into.
I mean, he was fully tapped in. Oh my god, he was dealing. Yeah, after like that was the fucking the Nexus event. Like that was the shit. Like after that, there's no going back. Like he got a taste for it, and now he's like, damn, that shit kind of nice.
Damn,
it's like slaughtering a whole bunch of Tuskens, especially Tuskens though. It's like I'm not even mad.
No,
like,
I'm not mad at all. What the fuck? No, I'd slaughter Tuskens even after seeing that Book of Boba Fett episode. The fuck?
It's free.
That shit get me freelo. It get me tight because they try to fucking like humanize them in that show, but they're fucking literally savages. But whatever. Another time. Another story for another time. What else we got? Oh, the Geonosis Coliseum scene, of course. That shit's tough.
That's tough.
Literally, this whole movie, I will say overall, and I was texting you about this earlier, DL. The whole movie, like the first like 2/3 of the movie is unnecessary and straight up kind of mid.
Yeah, it's a throwaway. It's literally just throwaway fucking screenwriting. It's like, like they had the end in mind when they were making it. That's all that matters. Like they knew at the end of this movie there's gonna be a kind of a cool fight with a lot of Jedi getting smoked and all that
the Death
stuff.
Star plans.
Yeah, they were so like that. That's another thing that I think movies we take for granted nowadays is like subtlety. Is subtlety, like in that shit where you have the big fucking picture of the Death Star, then he turns it off, and then he hands it to Dooku, then he turns it on again.
Yeah,
like,
and then you see if they zoom in on the Death Star.
Yeah. It's like if the Jedi find out about a plan, it's like okay, yes, they have the Death Star plans. Like you could have shown it once. You could have just said the plans for the battle station. I would have known what the fuck it is if you actually know Star Wars. Like that's the kind of like subtle nods you do to people who like are a little bit more than not like
They don't need to show Death Star like 6 different times for us to be like, oh shit, that's the Death Star plans.
You're getting all the angles for it. It's like, bro, what else looks like that? But I guess those ships that they had kind of looked like them, but whatever. Also, Jango got caught fucking reaching when he tried to jump for fucking Mace's lightsaber and he just pulled that shit away. It's like, come on, man. You're supposed to be like the most trained fucking, like they based the clones off of him just so they could kill Jedi. It's like he's so good at killing Jedi. And then he just gets
mad.
Yeah,
He lost every Jedi he fought in this fucking movie.
I mean, that's classic fucking making the characters bigger than life than just doing nothing with them. But my question to you guys is, who do you think got it worse, Boba or Django? Django.
What do you mean? Like death?
So,
I mean, even though Boba didn't die.
So we're gonna say Boba died for the sake of closure's sake because that show's fucking mid too. So I don't want to talk about it. So who do you think, like in terms of just like fucking like disrespectful death? Because I mean, they're both pretty fucking disrespected. Like some of the most like notorious bounty hunters in the galaxy, they really got shit on.
They did.
So I got to give it to Boba because they also, that man barely fucking spoke. Like he wasn't even much of a character. Like literally, people only liked him because he looked cool.
Boba Fett.
Where? Also, yeah, he gets fucking knocked out by a blind Han Solo just swinging his arms around.
Trained bounty.
Yeah. Literally Jedi killer, Jedi hunter. It's like,
well, no, he wasn't a Jedi hunter. The Jedi weren't around when Boba Fett was mainly bounty hunting.
Get me tight. What about you, Willie? What do you think? Who do you think got it worse?
Man, I think looking at definitely Boba. I think in the end because Boba didn't even ask to come into the world. He just got cloned. Some dude was like, "Yeah, I'm making an army. I want one kid," and then he got.
I want one son, one son to age normally, and then the fucking
look like me when he grows up, become me when he grows up, and have a TV show on Disney Plus.
Yeah, and then the Kaminoans. That's true. The Kaminoans were like, "Oh, we need a female version that ages slowly too," and made fucking Omega for some reason. I'm not hating. Omega's actually a pretty cool, pretty tough character, but it's
Bad Batch is actually pretty tough.
I haven't watched the second season yet. I know the second season just ended today, so I'm off tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna binge Bad Batch tomorrow or something.
So good, they do it justice.
I heard the second season is a lot better than the first.
Yeah, I see the first part about it, but I like it definitely for sure. I didn't like Omega at first, but definitely they're doing her justice.
Word.
What
I haven't even. I watched like the end of. I think I watched like everything but like the last couple episodes of Bad Batch, just because like it's rough to watch. Like it definitely has those slow episodes where like it really makes
like seeing Camino get destroyed after growing up. That shit like had me almost in tears, bro.
You have flashbacks,
but also good riddance because I was like, Camino gets me fucking tight because of Battlefront 2. DL knows this. DL knows this very well.
If you know, you know. I mean, I feel like it's like you said, how like the best part about this movie is the fact that they made so many other better projects that took place during this time, like Battlefront games, the OG ones for PS3, like those ones are fucking good. Those two, and then the ones for PlayStation 4. I mean, just for all those consoles. But I mean, like those games are better than this movie. The fucking Clone Wars is better than this movie. It's like it's just such a rich era for Star Wars. So it's like once you get it expanded, it's like, all right, this movie isn't good, but at least like we get that like kind of like the Jedi's aspect of it because my mic. Because obviously like when you have Clone Wars and stuff like
episode.
Yeah, I always got to smack the shit out of my mic. Gets a little back. I got to keep the pin pan strong, bro. What else was it? Oh yeah, so basically the moral of the story is that this is such a great fucking era in Star Wars, and we'll get to that at some point. But
we'll get to that
next fucking. It's kind of hard to fuck it. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of hard to fuck it up, but whatever. I'll just get into some of my breaks just because I feel like I'm fucking talking for too long now. Anakin Sissy Fits talked about that. Yeah. Any scene on Naboo is a fucking miss. And then the dance party between Anakin and fucking Dooku is like the lights is fucking glowing on each other's faces.
Light party,
yeah. That shit's fucking ridiculous. It's something that once again, it's like it sounds cool, but then you put it on screen, it's like, what are we doing? Another thing, this is the last thing I'll say before we go on. I swear, guys. Is it just me? I feel like that the force battle between Dooku and Yoda was super underwhelming. I remember it being like a lot more like stuff going on. Like he was like tossing little tiny lamps at his ass. Like that shit was kind of pathetic. Like I watched it fucking last night and I was like, this is all he does? It's like strong with the force you are. It's like, bro, you're throwing a fucking lamp at him. And then when he cracks the ceiling and like 4 pieces of ceiling fall on him, it's like, what? It's like you could bring down the whole roof on him, but you only bring down like 4 little cracks of it. It's like,
I think we glorified it a lot as kids too. So that's just like what stuck in our brain was like that it was.
We're also used to like literally Obi-Wan and fucking Darth Vader blowing through fucking rocks fighting each other in the Obi-Wan TV show. It's like we're kind of spoiled now. You have the games. You have so much like opportunities to just do your own thing with the Force. Where it's like seeing them do this is like it's such a narrow scope.
I mean, literally just seeing all the Force abilities that you can use in Fallen Order, and then whatever we're about to see in Survivor too. Like that alone, you just see so much Force abilities.
Mm-hmm.
That
I just started playing through the new Battlefront, dude. The new one, Battlefront 2. They make it just you play through all of them. It's just like insta kill. I'm like, where was that in any movie? You can just insta kill all these random people now.
There's so many because like when you have the Force, it's like it's such a like you can kind of do whatever the fuck you want with it. Like you can, it can be as strong or as weak as you want it to be. And then when you, like you said, with Fallen Order, it's like there's so much more intrigue to it. It's just like it's just as far as George Lucas wants to take it in the movie, and obviously,
well,
I mean, he had other you have other things to balance too. It's like not just about that. I get that, but
I was to the other extent though, like the Force being as powerful or as weak as they want is also when we get stuff like the fucking sequels where we have Han Solo saying that's not how the Force works. Like I know we're gonna talk about it when we get to it, but it's like it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. I have no comment on that. I'm suck drive, all that.
That's why we're waiting until we get to that episode.
Ugh, God. But what the hell? Jesus Christ, I'm losing my freaking mind today. Can you guys tell that I'm fucking tired?
Yeah, I know.
Some of the it's favorite quote, son. See you out here.
Jesus,
look at you.
My bad. You were chatting for a while.
I'll just blow past. He's cutting out now. You can't even cut my ass when you sounded like a robot like that.
Fuck you, bitch.
Who are you,
Fuck
robot
you.
ass?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. C-3PO out here trying to cut my ass.
Fuck you.
You small, bro. You small.
Fuck you, bitch.
Shopping in the big and tall section ass.
Okay. Yeah, really? You just cut out, man. You have to put him in the coffin.
Yeah, that's Jesus Christ. There's a lot of emotions going on right now. This man went from fucking cutting out and now he's fucking coughing to death. But all right, so I'm gonna skim through some of my quotes. Basically, some of my favorite ones are like when Yoda at the end of the movie when he says "begun the Clone Wars" ads, because that shit's fucking obviously you know what that sets up. That shit's fire. That shit gets me so right. When they're talking about when they first see Obi-Wan on Geonosis, when they're like, "Oh, we transmitted your message, and then we decided to come rescue you," and Obi-Wan just looks at them and says, "Good job." That shit's fun.
He looks around, sees them all captured. He's like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah. He's a good fucking job. But I don't know if you guys had any other ones that really stuck out to you.
Well, I'll let you go first.
All right, man. So we already talked about always be the little boy on Tatooine that killed Anakin's vibe.
That's rough.
Pain, suffering, death. I feel from Yoda.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, that's fucking me. It's just pain. And then when they got to the club, when they're looking for the first bounty hunter before they knew it was Jango Fett, they're in that club, and the guy wants to sell whatchamacallit. It's not spice. What was the other thing he wanted? The death sticks, I think it was. Yeah, and Obi-Wan just goes, you want to go home and rethink your life. And I was like, damn, that's a every morning get up and I'm going to rethink this.
That's true.
That's another one of those things that I feel like is criminally underused. Like I get like it's like used, it only works on like the weak-minded, but like what does that even mean? It's like I feel like it'd be super useful to be able to just just use the mind trick on someone you're fighting with or something. But what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, so mine are gonna come. I got a lot of Anakin quotes in this one because I mean, you gotta
say it just like he said it too.
It's not the pickup line.
I don't like
exactly.
sand.
I'm fucking not.
It's rough and coarse, and it gets everywhere.
Gross.
It's like, who the fuck wrote that? Like, who was cooking? What are they fucking cooking, man? It's like, what are they fucking thinking? It's like whoever's in that screen or whoever's in that like in that room when they're cooking up that script, like they really thought they were doing something too. They're like, damn, that shit hard.
Oh, I gotta double back to scenes I don't like. Hold up. I gotta double back to scenes I don't like because fuck that scene of them riding those fucking back heavy looking pig things.
Oh yeah.
Whatever you want.
When Anakin rolls over and like plays dead, and for some reason Padme thinks that he's injured.
Like I said, anything on Naboo is a fucking miss. Everything. No exceptions.
The CGI of him like surfing it, trying to road on it, is something he does a full perfect spin. I was like, that dude with a computer really went. Yeet.
Oh, and then something I always forget happens at the end of this movie is Anakin and Padme getting married. I always forget that scene is in this movie. Yeah, and then I watch it and I'm like, oh shit, that's right, because I'm pretty sure it ends with it.
Mm-hmm. It does. I mean, their entire relationship was like turned to like 10 times fucking multiplier. Like they literally went from not seeing each other in 10 years to being like madly in love with each other, where she's saying like she's been like dying every day just because she's like fucking ever since she's met him again. It's like, holy fuck. It's like, what's this man doing? Like, what's he doing?
I get for like, they didn't have the Clone Wars planned out. They didn't whatever type of thing, but like it should have ended with their relationship still like just starting, developed in Clone Wars, them getting married throughout Clone Wars. Like they should have got married like right before the Siege of Mandalore arc, right before fucking Revenge of the Sith. So that way you can bring it into Revenge of the Sith. They're married. She finds out she's pregnant. And then fucking Anakin falls to the dark side. That's what should have happened. It would have made it a lot better paced. And maybe Anakin wouldn't have been a fucking moron with the flirting.
Nah, you still got George Lucas writing the script.
Fair. But that's pretty much all I
change that. Nothing can change that. I don't care how much fucking development you get. He's still cooking.
That's true. That's pretty much all I got for that.
Did you have any quotes that stood out to you, Willie?
He already said his.
I already had mine.
Oh my god, bro. It's a rough day. It's a rough day.
You gotta go home and rethink your life.
I'm already home, and I am rethinking my life. Where the fuck are we? Okay, so yeah, it's this one is same thing as one where it's like you could really be nitpicky and you could fucking come up with a laundry list of fucking shit that's like, what the fuck? I mean, the entire beginning sequence of this movie when they're just jumping at a fucking whatever those things are, spaceships or whatever the fuck they are, the things that are floating around.
Cruisers?
Yeah, the cruisers. When it's like fucking Obi-Wan just jumps out the fucking window at that drone. It's like, what the fuck?
Thank God you said it.
It's like
no sense.
It's like what the fuck is going on? It's like, look, I get like hindsight's 2020. It's like obviously he survived, so it's cool. But like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, can you imagine if he missed? Can you imagine if he tried to jump at it and
he just falls?
Series done.
That's where it ends.
End credits.
It's like, of course, I haven't like watched this movie and done like the due diligence of like taking notes on it and ever. So it's like when I see that scene, I'm like, what the fuck? And then Anakin just like, and like, oh, they lost him. They lost the bounty hunter. He's like, oh, hold on 1 second. And just fucking jumps out the side. It's like, what are we doing? It's like, I get you're supposed to be like, oh, this is just like the Jedi just move differently. Like the Jedi are just in another world because they're just so like smart and strong, whatever. But it's like, it just looks ridiculous. Like it fucking doesn't translate well. Like
I just want to know what the fuck those worm things were going to do to Padme.
They took forever to fucking do their thing, bro.
Bro, and you're gonna tell me R2 didn't spot them?
No.
like R2 didn't spot them, and then all of a sudden, like they're fucking Obi-Wan and Anakin are just posted. Anakin looks and Obi-Wan's like, I feel it too, and they fucking just dip.
I said, throw back to earlier in that scene when he was like, he's like, oh, she turned off the cameras. I don't think she liked me watching her or something. It's like, bro. Chill.
Like chill. I was like, damn, man.
Come on, man.
It's like even when he said that, I was like, it's like, oh, I wonder why. It's like, shocker. She doesn't like being watched while she's trying to sleep.
And knowing Anakin, he probably was watching while she was trying to change.
No, yeah, he was definitely taking a fucking look.
Oh, and another
No, you're good.
I was gonna say another is how fucking long Padme's regime takes to get off of the fucking ship before it explodes.
Oh yeah, the slow motion. Like there was like a slow motion, and then he's like, "I guess I was wrong. There was no danger at all." And then pulling up in slow motion, it fucking blows up. Hideous. That shit looked awful too. That rag dolls that they were using. Good disgusting. With all that.
Yeah, disgusting.
Yeah. What was it? There was another one. Oh yeah, in that same scene, like they were on a roll in that scene when Anakin loses his lightsaber when he's on that bounty thing, and Obi-Wan's just like, and just puts it away. He's like, yep, caught Anakin's
no.
lightsaber.
It didn't even
It's
change
like
the scene either. It wasn't even like an action like exciting, and it literally was just okay. Keep going.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, and he one hand up. It's like, it's cool. Like it's like it's exciting, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird when you're like, it's supposed to like somewhat
really
be based in reality, like, or else you just have Obi-Wan like, yeah, exactly. It's like it's supposed to at least be like semi-grounded. Like obviously Force user and stuff, no, but like you don't have them like jumping across planets and shit. Like some of the feats that they have is like, what the fuck? But I mean that's
interesting.
What were you saying, Willie?
No, what gets me to also thinking a little bit more is that right after Anakin just dips out of the cruiser, just out into the abyss, Obi-Wan just turns back. I hate when he does that. So not only is it silly enough, he's done it more than once, and it's worked.
Exactly, and he's still alive. It's like, I mean, I guess he knows that the prophecy's true. I mean, if I was the chosen one, I was supposed to bring balance of force. Like you're chilling. Like it's not like if you're supposed to bring balance of the force, getting hit by a cruiser is gonna do it. So it's like you're fucking chilling. I would just be jumping out of ships too if I just was supposed to be the chosen one, I guess. And then
he's
I mean,
supposed to balance the force, not leave it in darkness.
No,
sorry,
come on,
I'm
not yet.
I'm
Not
sorry.
yet.
I'm sorry.
That's really all I got for you guys. I mean, another thing I had is like the title thing, where it's like they can't figure out if they want to call someone a Jedi Knight or a Jedi Master. Like they use the term synonymously, but they're not. But whatever.
They've never been synonymous.
There was one.
They use him. They call him. They call Obi-Wan a Jedi Knight, even though he's a Jedi Master.
He is a Jedi Knight. Nope. In this movie, he is a Jedi Knight. He is not yet a Master. Okay. He is not on the Council.
I think there's another situation that I'm thinking of too, where they call him a whatever. Doesn't matter.
Here's how it works, because I was confused by it as well. So there's obviously youngling, Jedi Padawan. Then it goes to Jedi Knight. When your Padawan braid gets cut off, you go through the trials, then you get promoted to Jedi Knight. Then you can have Padawans as a Jedi Knight who will call you Master, because that's just how the fucking that shit works. And then you don't get the rank of Master until you join the Council, which is why Anakin was so pissed, because he's the only Jedi Knight to remain a Knight on the Council.
That's fucking confusing as shit. Okay, that's what it was. It was the people kept calling him Master and shit. It's like, I guess that's just like the form of like fucking Sir. It's like instead of calling him Sir, you just call him. Okay. It still was confusing me because I'm like, bro, just figure it out.
That's why all throughout Clone Wars, Ahsoka calls Anakin Master. Because Anakin is not a Master.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jedi Council made sure of that.
No. Mace Windu made sure of that.
Hating. Well, next week. But I mean, that's all I got for you guys. I don't know if you guys had anything else that you saw and you're like...
Council, but we do not grant you the rank of Master.
The most disrespectful thing I ever seen.
Olivia brought it up earlier. Was a freaking is in all the movies, but it's especially this one. Yoda is just limping around with his cane, always has that piece, and then out of nowhere just goes to fight Dooku casually, jumping around and stuff. And that was even like next one too. He does that as well. He's limping all day, playing that card, and out of nowhere he can jump like a monkey.
Yeah, it's definitely part of the deception, I would have to guess, where it's like he's supposed to look like this frail old man, but he can toss your salad on command. I mean, when he was fighting with Dooku, he's like fucking... I don't know how you fight that. Like, I'm gonna say this again next week, so stay tuned. When Palpatine fights him, how the fuck do you fight someone who's 3 feet tall, not even, and is jumping at you? It's like, bro, he can just chop your legs. It's like lightsabers don't reach that far.
The Force, bro.
Force.
Okay, sure, yes, the Force.
Which powers the anti-short people? Stop.
Yeah, exactly. I was trained in the ways to fight short people.
To fight Mumbarillas.
The Stray.
Tough scene. It's been a minute.
It has. But that's all we got for the eyes. We could just jump right into, you guys know. I'm going to bring the mic real close. I'm going to get nice and comfortable. You guys already know. Anyone who's seen this movie, I think there's really one that's kind of like the glaring.
There's one scene. You know what I'm talking about.
The good. I mean, it's going to be, for me anyways, it's going to be Padme's fucking outfit on Geonosis.
But when she gets her tummy exposed?
Yeah, exactly. When that little, like, tiger joint, yeah, he's sucking in. Breathe in. Breathe out.
Oh. Grunt.
Like, oh. God, that white on white. Fuck. But but I mean, there really isn't too much to speak on. Like, it's told from Obi-Wan's point of view. It's not like the Jedi are like going into strip clubs or anything, unfortunately. So we're not really.
Not
yet. Yeah, but it's gonna be for me. It's got to be Padme. It's got to be the tummy.
It's all we got. Y'all know.
She was also wearing a dress, I believe, when they're on Naboo, where it was like a blue dress, where literally everything was covered but her stomach. I was like, okay. So that's what we on.
Y'all know we fans of the tummy. Y'all know we fans of the tummy.
I'm not complaining. I'm just stating it.
Just know that I will be switching it up next week, though.
Okay, sure. All right, I'm ready. So you had Padme. Willoughby, what you think?
Same thing, yeah.
Same thing. I just remember the black dress right before they're in the fire by the fire, man. You're like waiting for like the sex scene by the fire, which is not PG for Star Wars. But she's wearing that black dress, and it's just cut like it's not full upper titty, but it's definitely going there.
Yeah. Shout out wardrobe. Way to play.
Yeah. They knew what assets they were working with.
OD.
So I guess
that's all I got for the thirsty moments. Unfortunately, Star Wars hasn't been known for its debauchery like that, unfortunately. So
except for Leia.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, George Lucas, he made an exception for Leia. I mean, I would too.
I mean, it's Carrie Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did peep the cocktail. I did peep that. I rewatched it. I did peep.
Oh yeah, I told you. I
didn't believe it. I started watching it and I saw a little nail. I was like, that's literally it. It's right there.
Yes, sir. The coke nail. It's in there.
So, of course, we got the question of the week now. I think I actually added it. I think I was a good boy this week.
You did. I'm already looking at it. Well, of course, I'll do the spiel as usual. Of course, every Saturday-ish, we take to Instagram at the Staincast and ask you guys a wonderful question, try to get you involved with some lovely answers. Of course, this week, for Attack of the Clones, we asked you guys... DL, take it away.
Fuck. I thought you were doing it.
All right, I'll do it. We asked you guys what lightsaber color you would have.
Don't hold up. I'm clicking at super top speeds. Hold up.
Yeah. So we asked you guys. We did a poll because we figured this would be a little easier, or DL did at least, because he's the one who made it this week.
True.
But
I skipped it. No,
it's all right. I got it pulled up. So surprisingly, looking at some numbers, only 3 votes, so 17% of people wanted blue. A majority of people said green. Some people said purple, and then surprisingly, only 4 people said red. And I know we got a couple of messages as well. I know Queel said the Darksaber.
That's a good one.
Queel said the Darksaber, and Chet said he would have turquoise because that's one of the options in the Fallen Order.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean,
sounds good.
So me personally, I think that this might also just be from playing Fallen Order why I like it so much. But so I'm a dual-bladed guy. I've always I like the aspect of 2 lightsabers and that they can come apart to be 2 or come together to be 1. Like the whole the Maul and Asajj Ventress.
Is that a sex thing?
Maybe.
Please explain.
But
now he's talking about the 2 things becoming 1 and shit.
But if I was to have my own, I would have 2 different kyber crystals. I would have one half be orange and one half.
You're doing the most now. Of course,
yeah,
It's like
bro.
I would have. Yeah, no, keep going. Sorry, you keep.
I'd have one half be orange, one half be purple. That's all.
Okay, I fuck with that.
Yeah, it would just be 2 color. We've never seen a 2 different bladed lightsaber, which I know is because the kyber crystals, yada yada yada.
What color is your hilt? What color you have in your hilt?
Bronze.
I mean, if we're gonna go in depth, we might as well just fucking go all the way in.
Bronze with black leather accents.
Damn, I could see it now. I'm like imagining that shit.
See?
I played Fallen Order. I played Fallen Order recently too. My shit was dripped out. Like my lightsaber was fucking nice, but I mean,
and I'd have like the pitch, like the emitter on a I think it's on a Asajj Ventress that has like the pitchfork coming out of like the top of it. That's what I would have that shit too.
That shit tough. That shit tough. Yeah, I fuck with that. I mean, just to give Willie some more time if he's still thinking about how his lightsaber, because now all of a sudden we went from color to literally the entire fucking lightsaber. So
Really?
yeah, exactly. We're going into it. So I mean, if we're tapping in, it might as well go all the way in. So I'm gonna say, see, the color's tough because I honestly could fuck with any color because lightsabers themselves are just they're fire. But
they're just
if I had to pick one. Oh, the red, man. There's something about the red. The red's just nice. Like the red, it's just the fact that it's just like some of my favorite characters use the red, so it's like I don't know. I would kind of somewhere between red and probably the orange, like the orange one you're talking about. That's the color I use for Fallen Order. I use that.
That's what I'm using right now in Fallen Order.
Yeah, like that orange color is nice. The hilt, I mean, I definitely just do. I'd probably do black with like probably red accents, like how I think it's Kylo's that has a little like red.
The
red
wiring going through.
Yep, the little red wiring. That shit's fire. I fuck with a nice little because if the saber's red and has that too. I wouldn't do dual bladed. I don't need the dual blade. I think it's cooler to have one. I feel like you're not as like fucking agile if you have to like spin the fucker around. But it's definitely better.
You need to like having a dual bladed takes a lot more skill and.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. But it just doesn't like I feel like your dexterity gets kind of thrown out the window when you have to have both your hands on the motherfucker.
Well, that's why you have the option to separate it. I know not every lightsaber does, but.
I'm just gonna make this simple, and I'm just gonna say Kylo Ren's lightsaber because I love the cross guard on it too. That shit's fire. I fuck with that.
It's understandable.
Yeah, I see that.
I love the noise his makes is one of my favorites.
Yes, specifically the noise is what may kind of steer me to because I was about to just keep describing Kylo's lightsaber. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna fucking say Kylo's lightsaber. Yeah, but what do you think, Willie? I mean, you don't have to go in depth. You could literally just say color. It's all right. We're not gonna.
You got my brain thinking. You got a brain thinking.
I mean, like when you have a lightsaber, like it's yours, so it's like you got to make that shit fucking personal.
You got to make it yours.
Nah, the problem is the thing is I go beyond that, and I hate to say too much about me, but like I literally could make a lightsaber hilt. Like I got the tools.
Do it.
So like that's
I plan on making a lightsaber.
Because I'm thinking
I will contract you to make. Can you make a real one, like when they'll dice something in half?
Well, hold up, it'll hurt you. I don't know if it'll work for very long, but it'll work.
No, I mean, as long as it doesn't hurt me, as long as it's like I can hold it and it doesn't like melt my hands off, we're in business.
Regular just baseline before I even make the plans, and I'll make this thing. I can make it out of metal. Yeah. But no, the thing for me is I forget what I put for the poll, but I know me personally like blue. Just as blue is just a solid leader color. Mm-hmm. I leave it that. Call it basic. I don't have any of this orange and any of this.
It's clean. Stuff. It's tried and true.
Calm blue, but with like the same power and rage that Kylo Ren's lightsaber has. I don't need the guards. I don't need that. But just when you hit that power.
Hello.
I'd want that, and then. I think it's Luke's lightsaber. The top of it, how it kind of funnels, is the way it like comes up into it. I believe I like that look with the power behind it, but I would rock the blue with like a bronze bottom.
I think Hag just got fucking. Yeah, I think we just lost Hag. Now he's coming back. No, I agree. I mean, we're still recording anyway, so I can just edit this out. But I agree with you, honestly.
Just happened?
Luke's lightsaber. I mean, I think you said green on the story, but I mean, we're not fucking holding you to that shit. But I think you can't go wrong with the three main colors: the green, blue, red. I don't think you can go wrong with any of those colors. Welcome back, Hag. He's just staring. He's staring longingly into the camera right now.
What's going on? All right,
welcome back to the podcast.
We're back. I don't know what the fuck's going on today. Hold on. Let me tell Chet to hop off the Wi-Fi.
Damn. It's tough. It's tough out here. You can't have two people using the Wi-Fi at once.
Dude, no, I didn't set up either because Hag's got to deal with the Wi-Fi and I got freaking dogs upstairs. Oh, nuts.
Yeah. It's looking slow. I mean, I'd rather have the dogs barking like crazy than having to tell my boy to get off the fucking Wi-Fi right now.
Yo, meat. I need the Wi-Fi.
Right, we back to it.
It's like, yo, get the fuck off the Wi-Fi, bro.
Look, hey, look. At least we only got fucking like one or two categories left before we finish this shit.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's really all I got. We appreciate you guys. Anyone who did answer, fucking way to play. I was gonna do more. Like in depth, like how we're doing it now. But I mean, I know not everyone is a fucking a fanboy like we are. So to each their own. Appreciate anyone who voted. You guys are the best.
Yes, as always.
Mm-hmm. And I guess so. I have bad news for everyone who enjoys our over under critics or just like us looking at the IMDb page that kind of says like the ratings because they switched it up. They switched up on the gang.
They don't want to succeed.
Yeah, they don't want to see us win. So this is what we're rocking with. What the fuck is that? It's like minimalist. I'm sure in some fucking press release they're calling it minimalist, saying, "Oh yes, it's return to form." I don't give a fuck. That's fucked up. They literally got rid of all of the fucking demographic information. Like, at least have it hidden. Like, if I want to fucking press, oh yeah, click here to show the demographic. Like, all right, if you want a compact view, that's fine. But the fact that you're just straight up saying fuck that, I don't know. I feel betrayed.
What the fuck does 6.6 unweighted mean?
I don't know. I think it's something about here. It's weighted to help keep it reliable. I'm not going to click learn more. Mean? If I had to guess, it might just mean like someone who had like
college class. We haven't weighted fucking grades now.
It's a standard deviation from the mean. You know.
Yeah, friggin', you know. So of course, ranting aside, it's unfortunate. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about this weighted shit. If I had to guess, it's probably just like kind of takes out like the outliers or something. I don't fucking know. They're on their bullshit right now. So if anyone is upset as we are, send a message to IMDb, say, guys, the fucking Staincast just lost one of its best segments, and they're fucking considering doing terrible things. No, but taking a look at this real quick, it's about what you expect. I don't disagree with it. I think like the highest, I mean, its average was what, 6.6? That's not bad. I could definitely see it. It didn't age very well. I think the movie, I think maybe 10 years ago I would have given this a higher score than I am now. But like, they don't even fucking, I'm upset right now. I'm disgruntled. But I'm trying my best, guys. I'm trying my best. A fourth of the people gave it a 7. I don't know. 16% of the people gave it, there really ain't much to go on now that they took away my demographics. That was my favorite fucking part. So I'm just going to say, fuck it. We off this. But
time to go to the only numbers that matter.
Yeah, exactly. It's like now really it's the only numbers that fucking matter, man. Come on.
Get me
Ruin
tight.
my flow. I enjoyed that a lot.
Excuse me.
But whatever. Moral of the story is that one's about in line for what it should be. I think episode 1 was a little bit lower rated, maybe around the same, but
to be expected. I don't know if this is a hot take. I think episode 1's better.
It's interesting you say that because I was almost in that camp too. Like I'm almost like wanting to put them together. Like I mean, I'm putting them very similar to each other.
So I'm looking back and forth between my ratings and like it's by 1 point. Don't get me wrong, but I still think that episode 1 is better. But we'll get into that as we describe more as we break down the segments too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's tough. Like I think they have something that kind of gives it like that it value where it's like obviously 1, the last fight, that shit is fucking massive. Like that's the biggest rewatch. Like the exclamation point on that movie is that fight. And in this one, it just doesn't have that. Like sure, you have the Coliseum fight. That's fun. That's cool. I enjoy it. But it's like that Duel of Fates, bro. There's something about it. It's just different.
Yeah.
Like
no, I agree. But we should just get into everything.
Sounds good to me. So yeah, getting into story / writing, I give it I almost want to give this joint a 2. I'm not gonna lie. So I give I'm gonna give it a 2. I'm comfortable with that. I'm gonna give it 2 for all the reasons we said. The writing is just not there, man. The acting, we'll get to it, but the writing, it really isn't anything to write home about. I'm not a fan of it. I kind of spoke my piece on it already. I don't know if you guys had anything different. I know Hag, you already put up the 2.
Yeah, I agree with you there for quite literally all the reasons that we've been talking about this entire podcast, this entire episode is just the movie's everything except for the last act just doesn't do anything, doesn't mean anything, doesn't really evolve for much. It's written poorly. You have all those Anakin scenes with Padme. It's just I can't give it anything more than a 2 because of it.
Yeah, there's so much fluff. Like, there's so much, like, when you get to the end of the movie, it's like, damn, did we really need that pair scene? That shit lives rent-free in my head, bro. I hate that scene. But, Willie, I don't know if you had any other things you wanted to add to that.
I'm right there with 2. I thought of it a little bit higher, and I thought about it more, and just the amount of fluff and what's not needed. It's just like, you could watch...
The movie could be 45 minminutes. Like that movie could literally be 45 minutes long because it's like 2 hours and 30 minutes. I think it is something crazy.
Long
like
as fuck. So long.
Because Phantom Menace, I think, was only like 2 hours and 1 minute or something, which is like ideal. And like they actually like, for all the controversy around that movie with Jar Jar Binks, like it kind of fills that 2 hours so much better than fucking this shit does, the 2.5. Mm-hmm. It fills in.
No, I agree 100%, which is why I have to leave it with the 2. Mm-hmm. Speaking of, though, I'm going to continue on to acting, and it's a 2 as well. I mean, we spoke about this more as well. We spoke about this with the Phantom Menace, and it honestly still carries over here. It's like, yeah, Ewan McGregor's putting on a performance. That's it. That's it. Like I know I was
main characters go. Yes, as main characters.
I was praising Anakin and Hayden and stuff, but that doesn't mean it's actually good acting. Like he's playing the part he needs to be, but it doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah. It's such a mixed bag because you have some really great scenes in this movie, and then you just have some scenes that just completely fucking like slap you in the face and take your wallet. Like any fucking scene that involves Naboo, it's like, oh my god, man! It's like it's painful to watch this. Painful. Like it's not just like I'd rather not watch. Like I legitimately couldn't watch it.
I felt like
I couldn't. Like if I watched another second of that man fucking confessing his love to her for the 5th fucking time, I was gonna goddamn lose it. It's like I understand respecting women and all that kind of stuff, of course, but like the way that it's portrayed in this movie is just so
awful,
hideous. Yeah, it's just hideous. But yeah, thank you, gross. Yes, thank you. But I'm giving it a 2. Also, I already spoke my piece. Anakin was my least favorite character, one of my least favorite characters for the acting or script, whatever you want to call it, writing, acting. They both kind of go hand in hand in a lot of scenes. So it's a shame because it really does. Like there's a decent movie in here somewhere. It sucks.
Somewhere.
Yeah, you're going to have to dig a little bit. What do you think, Willie?
I give it a straight 1.
Someone had to do it. I respect that.
No, I can respect that decision.
By the last freaking flirt, I couldn't do whatever the talking, confessing.
It's like, rough.
Because, it was at a 2 because I was like, damn, it makes me really like feel like parts of it with like the mom scene with like Anakin. I was like, all right, it's there. I like the portrayal. The character arc is coming together now. Like, we got this. I had it at a solid 2, and then Anakin just talked once again, and I was like, all right, no, 1. I can't. I brought it way back down. I couldn't with him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a good movie in there somewhere. It's just like they just suck the soul out of you with these fucking like mind-numbing dialogues between him and Padme. It's like, oh wow, it's like we're on this still. We're still on our fucking
through a fucking blender.
Yeah, no, for real. But I mean, I respect you giving it a 1. Unfortunately, I'm too much on the. I'm fully aboard the Star Wars train, so giving it a 1 just didn't seem right, but someone had to do it. Respect.
Yeah, I can respect you for that.
Then we can just go into originality. This one isn't as difficult to explain. I mean, I give it a 3. I could give it a 4, but I mean, just for the fact that like the best, this isn't even the best, probably not even top 3 Clone Wars stories being told. I can't give it any higher than that.
I mean,
it's like,
so I give it a 4 because of what we were talking about before and how much like it starts with this Clone Wars, Bad Batch, Rebels, Mando, like all of this stuff builds off of this one point of the Clone Army. So I have to give it a 4. It continues with all of what we've gotten and all of what we've talked about in Star Wars is every single movie brings in so much more stuff that adds so much more to the lore, to the continuity, to the timeline, to future stories, where it's like I'm looking at so many books over here that all are based off Clone Wars, the entirety of the Clone Wars show. Like it's just it all hinders off of most specifically this movie and the Clone Army coming from it.
Okay, you convinced me. I'll give it a 4. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. I agree with you. Like I was on the fence as is anyway, so all I needed was a good little ass kicking to be like, I agree. Star Wars is just when it comes to originality, it's like I'm kind of stuck on Star Wars because like they're like you said, it's so rich. Like the world building is top tier. Like,
the non-linear storytelling.
Shit hits.
Honestly, it's what the MCU should fucking do. But
no, we're not talking about that.
Not right now.
I'm already pissed off as is with this fucking sequel trilogy, bro. I don't want to fucking get back into Marvel.
Not anytime soon.
What do you think, Willie?
No, but I was kind of between both.
Real quick to cut you off, sorry. We got Quantum Mania coming up for anyone who's looking for that Marvel hate. Anyone who needs that. Ag doesn't need that. Ag definitely don't need.
Plot convenience is all I'm gonna say. That's all.
Oh, we'll get. Oh, no, Will.
I'm just leaving it there.
DL, if it makes you feel any better, Mom's already tapped in for that episode, and it's not even scheduled yet.
He's gonna love
it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nothing but positive vibes on that episode. Nothing.
Oh god. Tie it back to Star Wars. For me, it was what do we even talk? Originality. For me, I was still kind of like. I was at 3, and then I started bumping it up more because 1, it's not the normal. We have to just go destroy the big thing in the sky, so it's already a new. That's different, and it's also the Clone Wars is different. But then, like Hag was talking about how everything spins off this, and how well everything can spin off this moment in the whole universe. That's where I gave it a 4. I was like, everything that comes off this has its own credibility behind it. It's enjoyable. I had to give it a 4.
I agree. Hag gave a hell of a speech, bro. Hag fucking had me ready to run through a wall.
Yes, sir. Always. That Captain America energy.
As I speaking of inspiration, you've inspired me, Willie. I'm giving rewatchability a 1. After you gave acting a 1, I was like, all right, you know what? I need to do that. I need to get on that because holy smokes, this shit ain't rewatchable for shit. Like I'm not gonna watch this movie for a minute. Like I'll watch it in clips, sure, but you catch me dead watching that fucking first hour and a half of that movie, bro.
No, I think you both have convinced me too, because I think I agree. Especially talking this over more, like those Padme and Anakin scenes are dreadful.
It hurts.
Dreadful.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're gonna ride this bandwagon, man. I literally put it on and I was on my phone within 20 minutes. I got through the first chase scene. I can't rewatch it. Of all of them, it's cool to see the clones for the first time, to really see the facilities going, and like that's
and all their tech and stuff, like all their like different like machines and shit, like when they're pulling up on the Jordan mission stuff.
Yeah, like I'm a clone fan. I love the clones, like every bit about them, and like I always play them in games. But like past that, man, it's like all right, I'll on Facebook get those clips. And it'll be like the in the arena, them fighting. I'm like, awesome! I could watch that like 8 more times. The rest of the movie, garbage.
Yeah, it's a movie by highlights. Like I would fucking never watch this fucking the beginning part of this movie again. Like that's what I like about the Staincast, because I can watch a movie and like at the end, like definitively be like, I'm not watching this movie again. It's like I took all these notes and I'm like, I'm not watching this shit again. Like, yeah, sure. If it's on in the background, I'm gonna try to change it, but like. Whatever. No more hating. I'm gonna hate a little less for this next one. We all gave it a 1 for rewatchability. So jumping into cinematography, I'm actually gonna give it a 3. Last episode I gave it a 2 because one of the main characters, Jar Jar Binks, was fucking atrocious looking. And I think I have to just give it a 3 just based on the fact that a main character isn't looking that bad. Like I think.
Have you looked at 3PO?
Yeah, that's true. It's rough. Like I said, it's not. I said hating a little less. Like it's not great. No.
A little less would be given it a 2. You're hating a lot less.
I mean, I get the last episode a 2 though. It's like I don't think it's as bad. Like I think it's bad. I don't think it's as bad.
I disagree. I give it a 2 for the sheer fact of that pear scene. The
droid factory is shaky.
The droid factory, the pear scene, them riding those fucking animals on the
Kamino looked good. Kamino
looked fine.
All right.
The Kaminoans don't look fine.
All right, so I think the problem is I think the problem is that we hate every scene on Naboo. So like anything just connected to it is just hate. So it's like, of course, you could pick apart the CGI and the rewatchability and all that shit from those scenes because like it's just so ass. It's easy.
I ain't picking apart the CGI. The CGI is that fucking noticeable that you have to point it out. It's not that bad. It's not that I'm hating those scenes because of it. I'm hating the scenes and I'm noticing it, so I'm pointing it out because I'm noticing it.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
Like
I don't think it was ass.
Give it a 3. That's fine. But this movie CGI is fucking atrocious. And especially seeing what 3 does, because 3 CGI is almost perfect. And I'm not even just exaggerating it. It is. That movie holds up the best out of all the prequels.
So, Willie, what'd you give it for cinematography? We had to cool the temperature down real quick. I got to get the temperature check.
Bring it back. Mm-hmm. No question, the CGI is...
It's ass.
It's some college kid's final project. It's there. All right, but... Man, I keep it a solid just 2. I can't go any higher. I try to fight for it. I try. But then everything with all the scenes, like, it looks pretty good here and there. But then you're like, man, like, anything's bad. You could just not watch it. That's the whole part of the movie.
It's so hard watching movies from the early 2000s, though, because they're all like that. Like, they're all so bad. Like you said, a fucking final project for one kid at a fucking no-name university.
It's because CGI started becoming big, so everybody's like, oh, let's dump shit into CGI. Yeah. Which is why we have the CGI we have now, don't get me wrong. But...
Yeah. It's just worlds different. Like you said, the difference between the CGI in 2 and 3 is insane. Like, it's literally like a 10-year gap on only like and realistically, 4 or 5 years or something like that. Like, the technology itself is literally like 10 years ahead, but it's literally only 5 years. Like, I agree though, it's ass. But I'll finish by standing strong with my remark that it could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah, that's all I got.
But adding it up, that gives Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones an 11 out of 20.
Oh, shit, I can't count. 2, 4, 6. I think I have mine. Yeah, what the fuck? I told you, bro, doing math in a public forum is tough. Holy shit. I got 12. Holy shit, bro. I got a fucking calculator out doing this shit right now.
A calculator?
I'm not proud of it, but I had to do it because I was literally, I added it up 4 different times and it was a different number 4 times. But hold on.
One more time.
12.
Bring out your cubes for you to count.
Yeah, sometimes you got to move them over. Rough day.
I didn't write down my stuff. I'm about to put myself down for omit, which is worse than not having a calculator. Is not remembering what I put down. I'm gonna keep mine aside. I'm gonna keep neutral. I'll stay at 10. I'll bring the lesser of them.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it lines up for how I feel about the movie.
It's mid.
Yes. Mid. What he said. It's mid. You probably shouldn't watch it.
Don't
if you're like
it.
Trying to like binge. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, do not rewatch. Like, if you're binging Star Wars, last hour of the movie, you'll thank me later. Don't watch the first hour and a half. Don't do it. Just don't.
Nope.
But yeah, I mean, but also, real quick, if you do like this era, there's so many other better projects to watch. Literally anything else that has
anything I listed earlier.
Game, that's a game, novel, fucking literally anything. Literally
anything.
Yeah.
I was going to say, do you want to do the ending spiel or you want me to do it?
Sure, I'll do it. I mean, I haven't done it in a while, so I got to... First and foremost, I want to thank Willie for coming out. It's been a while since he's been on. I appreciate him popping out. I know he had the turmoil of the dogs. It's a situation, all right? But he had to muscle through it. I appreciate him coming on. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Hopefully we can see you next year.
He'll be on for Rogue
That'd be calm. We got to get those numbers up.
Yeah, we're slated
for that one. That
was the original slate.
Oh, perfect. Valid. Yeah, so thanks for coming out. We'll see you at Rogue One then. As usual, follow us over on our Instagram at the Staincast. Make sure to like all of our posts. Turn on post notifications because why not? Every Saturday we try. Every Saturday we try to post our teaser where we ask. Yeah, exactly. We ask the question of the week. Vote on it. We love to hear you guys' input. It kind of gives a little bit more than just me and Hag and the guests talking about it. I like hearing the outside point of view on it because it can be a little bit of an echo chamber. We all watch these movies. We literally all like talk to these ideas. We've talked a lot of these ideas to death to each other, especially with episode 3. But of course, watch. Go over to Redbubble if you want to buy some merch. We got some good stuff there. We got tank tops and just about anything else you could find. Literally, just about anything else you could want.
Comment,
what am I missing?
Subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube. YouTube is the Staincast. If you like the videos, if you like seeing all our cute faces, definitely subscribe, turn on the bell, ring the bell, whatever the hell it's called. And that's it. That's all I got. I don't know if I missed anything. What'd I miss?
Episode 3 next week.
Oh.
Need that. See y'all next week.
Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you guys next week for